just go ahead and get right to it. I watch too much TV. So much so that I start over-analyzing the things that I watch. For example, right now, one of my favorite shows to watch is The First 48. Love The First 48. But if you pay attention to that show, it's just like the game on The Price is Right with the little mountain climber. Because they always say more than what they should say during the interrogation, don't they? You know, like the first thing that happens, the cop will sit them down, and they don't start talking right away. You know, they just kind of sit there and give them the stare down first. And then what they say I did. And they hit me with the question. So, where were you at last night? What'd you do? I said, oh, well, I went down to the bar and had a couple drinks with my buddies, and then I went home. But I went with Rodney and them. They're like, oh, so you didn't see Rodney last night at all? I ain't seen him. I was like, well, we got Rodney in the other room. He said y'all was together all night. Then they start changing the story up like, well, I mean, I was with him, but we ain't killed nobody. And I'm sitting at home, I'm watching it like I'm really watching The Price is Right, like, Shh. Damn, microwave don't cost that much. Let me tell you this, man, if you're just having a bad day, if you just need to feel good about you, you know, best program for you to watch is Hoarders. Because I know that there's some portions of my life that's fucked up. But as long as I don't have to step over a dead cat to make it to my bathroom, I win that day. Win. My only problem with Hoarders, though, is that, you know, they never react to the things that they see, you know, the way we will react to the things that they see. You know, they got the psychiatrists that come to the house and, you know, they give them the pep talk out front, like, okay, listen, these are Karen's things, all right? We're not gonna throw anything away unless Karen says it's okay. Then they walk in the house like, okay, Karen, what room are we in right now? Oh, this is the kitchen. Don't you want to see that episode, though, where, you know, I want to see somebody react the way I would. Like, I want to see somebody walk in like, what the fuck? What is this? Lady, you got to clean this shit up. No. There is shit on the floor. And you can't have it. I opened the bathroom door and 38 cats ran out. And over here, you got a roller skate. Just one skate. Why? What you gonna do with that skate? Then they start trying to justify the reasons for why they gotta keep stuff. Like, oh, well, you know, I might meet an amputee. Keep the dead rat that's stuck to the skate too. Shut up. I think by far my favorite program right now, it's on hiatus. I can't wait for the next season to start. But I love The Walking Dead. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Love The Walking Dead. Now, do you know that there's a segment of the population, there's some people that actually believe that that can happen? Yeah. Is any of y'all here tonight? No, we're more classy than that, right? No, but there's some people that actually think that we'll one day have a zombie apocalypse. Now, I'm not one of those type of people, but I have, you know, I am kind of hoping it happens because I've been secretly praying that the Jackson family buried Michael in his Thriller clothes. Really? That's how you... That's a brilliant fucking joke. I mean, think about how cool that would be if there was an actual zombie apocalypse. People are crawling out of their graves and eating people. I can see people being hysterical in the streets like, oh my God! Oh my God, this is horrible! Oh my God, they're eating each other. Is that Michael Jackson? And you see Michael coming up the street? It's brilliant, man. What science? Who else gonna get y'all back? I mean, just think about it though. You know, really think about if that happened. You know, our country's not prepared for anything like that, you know? Anybody, it can happen to anybody. It can get to the White House, it can get the president, right? And if you really pay attention to when Barack Obama speaks now, it already kind of sounds like he's trying not to turn into a zombie anyway. You know what I mean? Like he'll be on the TV and he'll be like, fellow Americans, I'd like to talk to you today about the conflict on the Russian Peninsula. Now, I've talked it over with Congress, and we have a plan. Now, let me be clear. And I'm like, didn't you go to Harvard? Man, been in the White House almost 8 years. Not even a cook has walked up like, hey, Mr. President, you say a whole lot. Help him out. I'm gonna wrap it up. My last problem with television is I hate McDonald's commercials. And I'm gonna tell you why, because you know, they advertise based on the program that you're watching. And I get it, I know that's good marketing, you know, but I'll give you an example. Like, if you're watching like The Simpsons or the Super Bowl is on and a McDonald's commercial comes on, it's always the same thing. It's like 4 white kids walking down the street and they sprinkle in the Asian to give it a little ethnicity, you know. And one, you know, they got backpacks like they just left school. And one of the kids will go to reach in his buddy's fries or something, and you know, he'll say something real corny like, hey man, you keep your hands off my fries. Then they give you that tagline, da 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 da, I'm loving it. And I get it, I understand. Saying the fries are so good you don't want to share them with your best friend, I get that. But what if you're watching, I don't know, a rerun of Sanford and Son? McDonald's commercial comes on, a little different. It's 4 black kids and a Puerto Rican. And they're not leaving school. You know, one of them's walking a pit bull and shit. Graffiti everywhere, and when it's their turn to talk, they get all over the top, like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. And then what happens next really pisses me off, and I know you've seen it. They change the song at the end. They R&B it up for you, right? It's like, a-shoo-doo-doo-doo-doo, I'm loving that. How the fuck did you do that? And what happens next? What happens next? You hear that ghost of Don Cornelius, don't you? You hear the Don Cornelius ghost, and he says, last year, McDonald's donated over $5 million to the United Negro College Fund. They're like, that makes it okay. Here's my thing. If they're gonna do it that way, I think everybody needs to advertise like that. You know, you don't see Cincinnati Zoo commercials like that. You know, you turn one and it's like, come to the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens and see our great animals of the Northern Hemisphere exhibit. And you see that, and you're with your lady, and you're like, damn, baby, we should go to the zoo. That's a good idea. Then you turn to different strokes. It's like, I know who you are. Hey, that's my time. I'm Nate Washington. Thank you.